All right, here we go. Hey, I got the GoPro set up. I hope that everything is in the picture. There's not a viewfinder on those. But basically covering prompting and the video that I wasn't able to make just due to circumstances. But, love using prompting in the classroom. I find, there's obviously a lot of different types of prompts available. Looking at the book, there's natural prompts, artificial prompts. We have basically your verbal prompts and your gestural prompts. Those are the most common, in my opinion anyways, that I feel has kind of come naturally to me. And so that's what I was going to be doing today is I was just going to go over a little exercise on how I could maybe verbally or gesturally prompt a student. I have some change that I have to potentially sort, and first I can model the practice with the student of sorting coins. So I can put out a quarter, and then I can put out a dime. We'll go ahead according to value, and then I can place a nickel. I know there's a nickel in here. There we go, and then also a penny, and then I can verbally prompt the student. Say, I'd like you to sort the coins, please. Let's give them some direction. As they begin, if they maybe make an error as they're sorting the coins and they're building up the quarters, maybe they put a penny over with the nickels, I can do a verbal prompt, try again, and they can maybe make a correction, put the penny with the pennies. Let's say they're continuing to sort and they try placing a dime in the nickel. I can do a gestural prompt without any verbal prompts, pointing to where the dime should actually be sorted. And so those are areas that I think just commonly while working with students, using verbal prompts and gestural prompts happens naturally for me in the process. It's just a matter of identifying when I'm really using those prompts as an aid to help move the student further along in the learning process, and making sure that as they start to gain their abilities and their skill levels, as those start to increase, that I can reduce the amount of prompts being used, and gradually get the student to an environment where hopefully no prompts are needed. Which I do find interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of natural prompts in the world, artificial prompts. As I've been taking these classes, I've noticed all sorts of different prompts and signs. And when I'm in, let's say, for example, McDonald's, I can see all the prompts in the kitchen for the staff. They almost look like pet cards on how to properly make the food. And so, really interesting to just kind of identify how prompts are used in the general public. For people without disabilities. So that's my video blurb on prompts. Of course, there is always the verbal prompt. I thought this would be fun, being that it's Friday, we're going into summer, and school's officially out. You always got to blast this one on your stereo, so if you can do it, turn it up. But Alexa, play School's Out for Summer. There's a good example of the verbal prompt to my stereo, if it works. Alexa, play School's Out for Summer.
School's Out for Summer.
She doesn't like to listen. If you have one of those, you know what I mean. Alexa's pretty cool though. Here's my dog that wouldn't cooperate. Ralph. Chewing on your foot.